Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. So when I did the pre-shuffle today, the message that I heard was you are a rare beauty and you have an inner gift that's come from struggle, like the pearl. I saw this image of a pearl and specifically it said don't fight the process. I don't know if you know how a pearl is formed. A pearl is formed through an external pathogen, like a grain of sand, that enters the shell, and it embeds it in the oyster. And in order for the oyster to try and repel it, it ends up turning it into a pearl. Okay, so the pearl is created through an enormous amount of struggle because it has to transform it. And that's what the feeling I was getting, the message I was getting, specifically don't fight the process. So welcome back to the channel, and welcome to those who are new here. My name is Annemarie. This is a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't fit. Don't force anything to fit, okay? So it's not going to be for everyone. Again, I always seem to get very specific messages, and I only do collective readings because no reason. For me, that's what pulls me. So, okay, let's go dive a little bit deeper. What would you like the collective to know today, please? And if you are new here, please remember, if you benefit from my readings, please remember to like, share and subscribe and comment to help me know that I'm on track. It does help and it will build the channel. I know it's been very slow going. I haven't done as much on here as I would have liked, but I've been mainly focusing on my other channel, Unapologetically Loving Yourself, which was starting to pick up, and all of a sudden it's just dropped again. So, but I'm not giving up, because that channel is all about helping people heal from narcissistic and toxic relationships. So if you need some of that help or advice or just support, go to that channel. Okay, what else would you like the collective, what would you like the collective to know, please? Highest energy message. Fire. So fire is very much about burning up that which no longer serves your higher good. You know, we have to go through the fire sometimes to get to the other side. And 1 and 9 makes 10. Sorry, I was going to say 20 then. 1 and 9 is 10, which is endings and new beginnings. Okay, so yeah, don't fight the process. I know it can be painful going through the fire, but that's how we grow. That's how we become the pearl. We have to go through that fire. We have to go through that struggle, and you will survive it. It's just saying don't fight the process, because it's going to be twice as painful. Okay, bottom of the deck, Jaguar. You are not the prey. Okay, follow the path that the divine is setting for you. Don't follow the trail of others, or you will become prey. Okay, beautiful. Okay, let's see what lessons, what are the lessons for the collective, please, in regards to, obviously some of you are obviously on a very big healing journey. There's obviously been some pain, and I'm sorry to hear that. What's the lesson, please, for the collective? Don't blame others, and don't let others blame you. You accept responsibility for your own well-being. So whatever has happened in your life, and it feels like it's to do with a relationship, you either you've gone through the fire or you're in the process of going through the fire, but we need to go into the fire to burn it up, and it will help the process faster. It'll make the process faster when you don't blame others, because fighting the process can also be because I'm blaming others, or I'm blaming something outside of myself. And doesn't mean that you take on blame for anyone else, right? Because I also said don't take on the blame for others. Don't let others blame you. We can't change what we don't acknowledge. So heal from what you need to heal from. What's the bottom of the deck? Some of you are carrying a lot of fear and doubt. So I kind of feel like you're ready to move on. Whatever's happened, obviously there's been some pain. There may have even been some abusive. That's what I'm feeling. Because you're doubting yourself. It's saying don't doubt yourself. You release the need to know all the answers. We're not always going to know the answers, but we've got to keep going. We've got to go through the fire regardless. And of course, when I'm going through the fire, which means facing my own shadows, there's going to be fear. It's going to be pain. So it is going to be easier to blame others, or blame yourself. Allow others to blame you, and then you throw yourself under the bus. Okay. Oh, look, that one just fell out. Failure. You understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So there is no failure. So whatever we may have missed, and even if we failed a test, doesn't mean that you are a failure. Okay. Be careful of the words you tell yourself, your inner dialogue. Just because we fail a test does not mean we are failures. Okay? Oh, excuse me. So I'm releasing. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper into the tarot. What else does the collective need to know, please? Oh, that card. Emperor. Take control of your own life. Stop letting others control you. If you're taking control, that's amazing. If others are controlling you, this could be someone very, what's the word I'm thinking of? Dictatorship. Okay? But that's from another deck. It just, so obviously I needed to read that for you. Okay, what else would you like the collective to know, please? A little bit deeper, a little bit more clarification. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. You have this inner knowing. Okay, you know what's right and what's wrong. So listen to your intuition. Really listen to your intuition, and keep things close to your chest, because you're done carrying the burdens of others. Time for you to balance things out and heal yourself, so that you can once again go back to knowing what you want and going after what you want and getting what you want, because you're very charismatic, even if you don't feel it right now. And if you're in the middle of relational chaos, you're not going to feel very good about yourself. Okay, again, the roles can be reversed, so take it how it fits. If you're the one that's, it kind of feels, it has a real manipulative energy. So if you're the one doing the manipulating, this message is for you as well, okay? But I kind of feel like it's another person who, because remember how I said at the start about becoming the pearl? And the pearl is very rare. Oh, maybe not as, well, no, it's rare. And it is born from struggle. But see, you're being offered a new material start. A new material offer could be a job, could be a promotion, a new opportunity. But someone from the past wants to come back around and they want to do it quick before you can change your mind. So if they can feel your energy, that's why with the High Priestess it's saying keep things close to your chest, especially if you're in the process of becoming the pearl, of healing, of having to go through that fire. Okay? That's the time when we're the most vulnerable, and others can easily pull us back in again. Especially if you've dealt with someone who is very good at gaslighting. If you have, go to my other channel, Unapologetically Loving Yourself, because I go into a lot about, because I've been there. That's all I need to say. So this person is very ambitious. Okay, and it kind of feels like they're wanting to come in after your pentacle. See, he's got the sword up. He's got the sword up. Very, I'm coming in. Someone from your past. So keep healing. Keep healing, keep healing, keep healing. All right, just a little bit more clarification. What's this Ace of Pentacles? Show me the Ace of Pentacles. The Tower, Seven of Wands, and Temperance. So, yeah, someone doesn't want to let you go. That's the same card as this one, but upside down. Someone doesn't want to let you go. That's the bottom of the deck, because you're, wow. Oh, wow, okay. This has a very much of a narcissistic feel. You're slowly and quietly transitioning away. You've gone through a very painful ending. Okay, you've been left to bleed out, but it's upside down. That means you are healing from it, and they know it, which is why they don't want to let you go. But they're good at breadcrumbing you. This is supposed to be a card of generosity. But I don't like this card, because if you have a look, it's like he's throwing those coins at them. It's like very much breadcrumbing energy. Okay, you're trying to step into that generous give and receive that you know, feel like you're wanting to receive and give and receive, but this other person is going to keep breadcrumbing you. So that was the bottom of the deck. What you got here was the Tower. Now that can be, it's about significant change, fast, abrupt change. Doesn't have to be negative. If you flow with it and not blame or take the blame, but simply heal, go through the fire, then this is going to help you, what's the word I'm thinking of? Deconstruct all your old limiting beliefs. Okay, if you What did I say earlier? The message was about don't fight the process. If you fight the process, it's going to feel like upheaval and chaos. If you flow with it, it's going to be really quick and abrupt, but it's going to be fast. Okay? Because this is a healing card and it's saying stand your ground. Stand your ground. So I hope this is helping someone, because I know myself, I've had to go through this and it's a very painful process. But trust me, the quicker you work through the fire and be accountable for your participation in it, because we all participate, even if it's through my reactions only, even if I'm defending myself, I'm participating. I'm giving them the power. And if this other person does have narcissistic tendencies, they're going to keep weaponizing your vulnerabilities, your wounds. They're going to keep poking your wounds until they get a reaction, until they get what they want, and that's a reaction. So then they can paint you as unstable. Show me the Knight of Swords, please. That feels very heavy, so that feels accurate for someone. Like I said, this isn't for everyone. A very specific message. Show me the Knight of Swords, please. I send you so much love and light if you're going through this right now. Knight of Swords, please. Who or what is this Knight of Swords? Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords, Nine of Wands. Yeah, you've really had to stand your ground and you're exhausted. You're the wounded warrior. Seven of Cups is like you've been led to believe there were a lot of choices, but a lot of the choices were deceptive. And look, they think they can still get away with it. So they haven't changed. So if they come in and try and tell you that they've changed, And if you know the pattern of them coming in and breadcrumbing you and telling you they're going to make these changes, and until they've pulled you back in, I can feel that. I can really feel that. So be careful. So much deception, so much sneakiness. And they're not changing because they think they can still get away with it. That's the problem. Because they can see that you're tired. They can see that you're wounded. And they don't care. You saw the other card. You were left to bleed out. But you're healing from it. You're healing from it. So Spirit's saying keep going. Geez, a lot of these messages are all about keeping going and don't look back. Show me the Six of Cups, please. Show me the Six of Cups. Let me just release that. The Chariot, the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords. You're very clear on what you need to do. You're healing, okay? Even if you're in the middle of going through the fire, it means that you are healing because you're willing to go through the fire. You're willing to do that hard inner work, that painful inner work. Yeah, look, you've completed a cycle. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Look at this. You're healing. You're healing because you've completed a cycle. A cycle of, this is all the bottom of the deck, a cycle of competing and conflict. And someone may even be making your pain a sport. They get a kick out of it. I did say narcissistic feel, isn't it? There's that bleed out card again. The upright is about a very, very painful ending, that you've been stabbed in the back so many times you've been left to bleed out, but it's like I said, it's upside down, so you are healing from it. You are healing from this energy of someone wanting to win at all cost. And I know, because when my partner and I, after 23 years, he didn't even care how much he was losing in the process as well. He just didn't want me to heal and move on. But look, justice. It's not your job to seek justice. The law of karma doesn't need your help in that. Okay? Step out of the way. Don't look for revenge. Don't hold a grudge, because if you've been through enough pain, which sounds like you have, you don't want to be part of their justice, their downfall. Okay? Oh, I'm sending you so much love. Okay, it's saying keep moving forward. You're starting to balance out your feminine and masculine, yin and yang, your light and your dark. You're very, very clear on what you have to do. You just have to do it. And I know that is the most painful decision you're going to have to make. But look, the sword is up. You're not even fighting anymore. He's very calm. He's not, it's not up as in like this one. That's the other person, okay, wanting to come in and take control. He's just got his sword up, but it's not in defense. It's just showing, saying, I know what's what. You can't mess with me anymore. And lots of new clarity, lots of light bulbs coming on for you. Okay. Oh, my throat's going. Okay, just a couple of extra cards, and then we'll finish off with some advice. What else would you like the collective to know, please? Anything they can do to help themselves. What else can they do to help themselves? Bottom of the deck. Stay present. That's where life happens, and that's where change happens. Change doesn't happen in the past, it doesn't happen in the future. It happens right now. So stay in the present. Okay, what else? Thank you. Isn't that weird? That's the card I felt like was going to come out. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. Time to be kind to you. Now, this is the card that I actually had in mind. Now, I'm going to say this. Someone is in need of your love. Offer it to them. It is not them. It is you. That's what I was feeling when I was picturing this card. You need to offer you this love now, not them, because especially if they're vulnerable or covert narcissists, they're going to act the victim. And if you have empathy in your heart, you're going to feel guilty. They're going to trigger your guilt to go back to your old ways. Don't. I've been no contact 16 months, and as painful as it's been the best. It's been the best decision. You have the power to create the life you love, so remember that. Pretty spot on. Okay, let's finish off with some advice, please. What advice do you have for the collective? For their healing, for their higher good, to surround their heart with love. What advice do you have for them, please? Oh, that fell out. Be here now, again. Be present, bottom of the deck again. Okay, and be playful. Sandpiper spirit. Okay, let's see. Advice, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Remember to breathe and to exhale. Really remember to exhale, because we do hang on to our breath, and that adds to acid in the body, and that will contribute to stress and anxiety. So trust in divine detours. So if it's not where you thought you were going to be going in your life, this is a detour to help nudge you back on track where you're meant to be. All right. Okay, so the first one that came out, Giraffe Spirit, see the bigger picture. So keep your eye on the bigger picture. And you know the big picture. The big picture is for you to heal and to keep moving forward. You don't want to carry this another cycle. And I might have mentioned this in the last reading. It is 2025, which adds to a universal 9. And this year is all about finishing. Next year, 2026, becomes a 10, which is endings and new beginnings. You don't want to carry all this another cycle. So that's why I kept hearing, don't fight the process. Watch and wait. So be patient. Do what you do. Do what you have to do. Don't force the process. Don't fight the process. Okay? Patience. Be fearless and bold. The Badger Spirit. And the last one, new beginnings, a rebirth is assured, Bat Spirit. So keep going, okay? You're almost there. You're almost there. Let whatever, let everything come out. Let it all happen. Wait till the dust settles, because that's you going through the fire, all right? I hope this helped someone. That's what I've got for you today, collective. Lots of love to you, and bye for now.